Nossa, não gravou aquele vídeo. Mas eu gravei! Ah, eu não,
Did you see the
não me
path
lembro
that
porque é que eu li, o que é que eu não
Natalia?
li.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
I was
Thunder!
wondering when
Silver
next you visit.
Thunder!
What
Lightning
subject
like a
shall we consider
thunder!
today?
Ah, ok, não gravou o que eu li. Sylvester Lesage, death, Emperor of the Holy Empire of Sabrek, who plotted with Annabella Rosfield to slay Archduke Elwin of Rosaria and unite their nations under the imperial banner. Together they bore a son, Olivier, to whom Sylvester was beguiled into forfeiting his throne, much to his first son's displeasure. Sylvester lost his life to Dion's spear when he leapt to Olivier's defense in the throne room of the twin-site capital. Olivier Lesage, death, son of Sylvester and Annabella Lesage. Thanks in large part to his mother's machinations, Olivier was anointed Emperor of the Holy Empire of Sabrek, a fact that triggered his half-brother Prince Dion to launch a coup against him. It was Olivier's sinister goading that drove Dion to madness and led to his own demise, pierced through the heart by Dion's spear. As the boy died, his body crumbled into dust, proof that he had become naught but another puppet of Ultima. Ou seja, eu sempre presumi que o Olivier era o Ultima, mas não, o Olivier realmente era uma pessoa e o Ultima matou e usou o corpo dele. Ok. Barnabas' mother, the mother of King Barnabas of Wailud, or at least an Ultima summon a illusion of her as His Majesty remembers her in life. The Holy Knights Dragoon Revolt, elite troops of the Holy Empire of Sabrek led by Prince Dion Lesage, drawn largely from the nobility of the realm, their status as Knights of the Sacred Dragon affords them still higher standing in the eyes of the people. In the Battle of the Borderlands in 873, as in so many conflicts down the years, they proudly led the charge as the Empire entered the fray. However, Prince Dion's opposition to the machinations of the Holy Empress Annabella spurred the dragoons to rise up against their emperor in an insurgency which saw them fall suddenly and decisively from grace. The Crystalline Dominion, following Dion's rebellion, a once independent state stranding the continents of Storm and Ash. With the incursion of the Holy Empire of Sabrak in AE 873, its independence was reduced to little more than a pretense, but things changed once again in 878 when Prince Dion Lesage and his dragoons instigated a bloody coup. As imperial institutions fell into disarray, so did the situation in the Dominion and beyond. After 5 years, Sabraqua's dominance in the region ended as quickly as it had begun. Drake's Tale after the Mother's Fall. A mother crystal that was located in the Crystalline Dominion. It was one of the only 5 remaining in Valencia and the largest of its kind. It was lost in the chaos that followed the rebellion spearheaded by Prince Dion Lesage and his Knights Dragoon, but not before undergoing a fantastical transformation hereof unwitnessed in the entirety of our Elysian history. A literal blossoming of the crystal, its shards peeling away like petals of a snow daisy to reveal the sacred heart within. The Fall of Drake's Tail. In 878, its insurgency by Sabrak's Knights Dragoon, led by Prince Dion Lesage, resulted in the destruction of much of the Crystalline Dominion's capital, and the Mother Crystal Drake's Tail along with it after the prince lost control of his icon Bahamut. One curious thing to note is that many who survived the Night of Chaos claim they witnessed the crystal bloom like a flower before its demise. The sins of Zemeckis, an incident told of in myths and legends throughout Valencia. If the tales are to be believed, mankind, drunk with avarice, fought to challenge the gods, and in return for his hubris was met with divine retribution. The enormous crater in the Almec is said to have been the site of the final battle of this great conflict. Is surrounded by relics and ruins which would seem to suggest some truth behind the tales. The Phoenix, following the destruction of Twinside, the Warden of Fire whose strength resides within Joshua Brasfield. 18 years after the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate and Joshua's presumed demise, the Phoenix spread its wings once more in the skies above the crystalline dominion, wings in which reside the flames of rebirth. Bahamut's hidden truths, the Warden of Light whose power dwells within Dion Lesage, Prince of Sabrak. A tribe known as the Motes of Light once dwelled in the northeast reaches of Storm, where the great city of Oriflame now stands, among with the dominant of Bahamut would always emerge. In modern times, dominants are often born among the Suberquas nobility, most likely because the tribe's bloodline still runs strong in their ranks. Goblins, intellectual exchange. It's exchange. A common species of beastmen, found mostly on Storm, they have habitually avoided contact with other races, be them beast or man. The continued spread of of the blight, however, has driven the creatures to find homes near human settlements, making violent encounters more commonplace. That said, a rare few have been found to possess the ability to crudely converse and at times even cooperate with humankind. Dragons, majestic winged beasts that are commonly considered to be some of Valesia's most ancient creatures. Albeit rarely sighted in modern times, there are countless myths and legends regarding dragons, one of the most prominent being that Valesia itself was formed when a mighty drake fell from the sky. According to the Gregorian faith, dragons were created by the goddess herself to serve as holy sentinels over her earthly demons, and as such have long been employed by the Holy Empire of Sabrak in various material worlds within and without the Imperial Legion.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Tem caças.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will that be thunder?
Will we ever see the sun again?
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What will it be today? What is it that you wish to learn?
Prince Diane's revolt. After Annabella reveals her role in convincing his father to pursue a policy of expansion that could lead to the deaths of countless innocents, Prince Diane sees no other option than to remove her and her son by force. He and his dragoons march on the Twinside capital to oust the treacherous empress and the pretender Olivia and restore his father to the throne. The end of Drake's tale. In the course of Bahamut's rampage in the skies above the crystalline dominion, Drake's tale is destroyed and much of the city-state, and one-time holy capital reduced to rubble. Now just a single mother crystal remains standing in Valencia, Drake's spine, far away in a wild waste of ash.
Here you are. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Ask about hunts. I for one am shocked, I tell you, that certain members of your very own species have earned themselves a place in a rogues gallery, Kupo. But evil is as evil does, and it is every hero's duty to vanquish it, no matter how close to home it might appear, Kupo. How goes the hunt, Kupo? As if these boggles weren't bad enough on their own, I hear that some of them like to invite friends to the party. But never fear, Kupo. I, Nectar the Bull, shall always be with you, in spirit. If you need more practical assistance, Kupo, then turn to Torgo. Nossa, três. Okay, the Ten of Clubs. Merchants who ply their trade across the fields of Korava tell of an outlaw 5 and 20 hands high and mighty of two who preys upon unscorted travelers. They claim he lives alone in one of the many abandoned villages that litter the region, but none has been brave nor foolish enough to narrow the search any further. If you who read this have either or both of those qualities, the Dalmatians beg your aid. The Magath brothers, a lone rowing boat, has been sighted making land off the coast of Port Isolde, its occupants wearing the garb and speaking the language of Iron Kingdom crusaders. One can only assume that they come to take their vengeance upon Cid the outlaw for destroying that which they hold most dear. We advise against all travel to the area lest they think to kill or capture our members in retaliation. Okay. Ruin reawakens. Silverclaw's legend tells of a dead dragon who sat at near half the realm alight with his storied breath before being sealed away behind a magical mist. By Gregor herself, some sources claim. Though it has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth, recent reports of a great dragon's wars reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. Okay. O jogo não me deixa fazer estas cenas agora, tenho que seguir ainda um pouco na principal. Things fall apart. On the phoenix wings, Joshua flies his allies away from the still smoldering ruins of the crystalline dominion and home to the hideaway. Alas, what should have been his happy reunion with Clive and Jill is overshadowed by the rolling clouds that have spread across the realm, driving all who wallow beneath them to desperation and despair. Desperation and despair? Spirit, spirit.
Otto,
Huh?
how fares the realm?
Yeah.
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit. And Gav, he's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though. Do you have any good news? Well, that depends on your definition of good. All right, fine. What do you suggest we do? Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask. I suppose not. I see that every report that comes my way makes it into the hands of both Lady Vivian and the Lawsmen. If anyone could tell you what might be barreling down the mountain towards us, it would be that pair.
Yeah, posso, okay.
How is is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Lower than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts. Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
There's barely been a shipment in since the sky started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Ivan's newest dish.
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Thunder.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would
É,
associate
é
with the
para isto
divine.
que o Ultima é um vilão tão
There is nothing
básico.
divine
Ele
about him.
literalmente é só um deus e é o ser humano revoltou-se
Wouldn't
contra os
infer the
deuses e
god
então ele
of
está-se a
whom that
vingar
could
contra
be
o ser
said
humano.
now, would
É
he?
isso.
Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time.
Ele até
You will
tipo é
forgive me,
daqueles
I hope.
vilões que até tem
Certainly
estilo,
not,
mas
because there is nothing to forgive.
é só isso.
Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom, and we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say. Ivan's newest dish.
There's barely been a shipment in since the sky started boiling. A few more days without a visit, and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashier out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
Then fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
The messages from Martha, Isabel and Lubor weren't long. But what they lacked in detail, they more than made up for in urgency. Our friends need your help.
I'm ready when you are, Clive.
Clive! I don't mean to be gloomy.
But the whole world's gone to shit. Reports used to be about troop movements and changes to set better. Vamos. Volta para trás. Reports used to be about troop movements and answers to set barriers free. Now it's all ether floods, Ashik attacks, and plagues of bloody bandits. The curse breakers and all our other allies are doing what they can to keep their heads above water,
They need all
but
the help they can get.
they're counting on you, Clive. We all are.
Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Back again?
Ask about the skies. It is not merely the men and women of Valisthea who have been affected by the imbalance in the ether. These blackened skies have cast a pall over all the creatures
Then
of the
how
realm.
could it not?
They are living beings just as we are. Alas, their instinct drives them to flee from that which cannot be escaped, assuring them only to madness
But are
and
we
death.
any better?
We consider ourselves above such base instincts, and yet fear and bewilderment drives us to make war on our fellow men, to turn our eye at our own suffering upon those who suffer just as keenly as we do. If that is what it means to be human, Clive, I wonder if we are even worth saving at all. Ask about the crystalline dominion.
I cannot claim.
Not to have been shocked to learn of Twinside's destruction. Indeed, I have long known that such a fate was all but guaranteed. A piece of parchment was all that ever stood between the Dominion and chaos, and those who signed the treaty were only going to abide by it for as long as it suited them. Emperor Sylvester's invasion saw it torn to shreds at last, and as the pieces scattered to the winds, long festering enmities came to the fore once more.
Such are the wages.
of greed and distrust. If those in power pay heed to their whispers, they are like to grow onto a mighty storm, one which the walls of even the stoutest citadel may not withstand.
Ironic, then.
That it should be Prince Dion, the boldest, most trustworthy player in his ignoble game, who should deal the finishing blow.
Allow me to educate you.
Dark clouds gather, a rolling storm sweeps over Valisthea, bringing terror and confusion in its wake, and so too wailed King Barnabas, hailing his kingdom flagship, the Engerhar, across the strait, seizing upon the chaos that has plagued Storm since the destruction of its mother crystals and the disintegration of its nation's leadership.
Study it well, Clive.
You made it happen, you made real lights, camera, action. You put me right back on the real now. Look what's left.
If you're wondering why Dalimil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
Mas já apanhou coisa.
Oh, I'm ruined.
My shop.
Oh, put me right back on the real now. Look who's laughing. A face. Don't bother asking for the details.
My finest pieces.
Anything I can interest you in? Fare you well.
Nossa, vou ter de andar bué. Para ser sincero, a distância é a mesma de qualquer lado, por isso.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You put me right back on the real now. Look who's laughing. In your fairy seal, don't bother asking for the details. The devil do his dab and that's the deal. So what if I'm a little rough around the edges? I'm a man-made masterpiece, I keep artists on the ledges. This reboot might get messy, that's why I'm sort of sketchy. I don't tend to be a dance with the demons, things I'm far from bendy. You made me in your image, so I like the soul. Try to wipe me from existence. Na, 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 na.
This might take a while.
Banana, banana, no.
Back to the stables, girl.
That's a Okay, so my judgment there and the 10 of clubs.
Not the God's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty pockets.
Oh my god, my health!
Let's have some fun.
Mega Flare! Well, that's a little underwhelming. Level up? Yeah!
A deserter turned outlaw.
The
Even
fuck
more
is
similar than he
I?
knew.
Okay. Next target.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
We're not alone.
Be safe.
Jesus Christ, são 2 gigantes. 3 gigantes, oh my. Okay. The Megath Brothers. A worthy opponent, I think. Pô, chapa for isso. Oh my god! A worthy opponent indeed! I buried it! Oh my god, that's amazing.
No more vengeance. No more war.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Thanks, girl.
Até tem direito a cutscene e tudo. Esta caça. It's a dragon! Um S? Ui, a última vez que eu lutei contra um S eu tive de evoluir. Svarog. Nível 50, estou nível 38! Acho que... Mas eu sou tão profissional que eu vou conseguir salvo. Quer dizer, se eu acertar os ataques de... Oh my god, my health. Amigo, tu estás quase a luta toda no ar, o que é suposto eu fazer? I died. Eu ouvi o Ben estar a gritar-me no ouvido. A fazer e morrer. Uma cena que eu estava a pensar eles sabem que neste jogo é tão raro tu morres que até a tela de game over é bué básica. Cristo, I died again. Eu vou tentar mais 2 vezes. Como é que é sempre assim, a primeira vez é que corre sempre melhor. É impressionante. I can't see shit, but I suppose I'm doing damage. Oh my god! Ah, boa! Adoro quando uso tipo os meus melhores ataques e erro tudo. One last try. Se não der, I'll be back. Que é muito provável que está a nível 5. Eu nem sequer sabia que existia até nível 50. Não sei qual é o nível máximo deste jogo, para ser sincero. Se calhar é 50. Seria bacana se acertasse os ataques, né? Eu não sei se é uma ideia que tirei ao ar. Jesus. Oh my god! I stunned them for the first time. Well, I'm dead. I'm alive! Ooh, what the fuck is this? Okay, sure. I can't even see what the hell is happening. Ah, big box. Last Dance. I'm afraid to know what the hell. É o ataque que já fez 50 mil vezes. É uma mistura de todos os ataques que ele já fez 50. Ok. I'm good. Acho que vou evoluir e tento noutra altura. I'll be back por volta de mais um nível.
First we find Isabel.
Welcome.
Welcome to the underground. How was the fall? If you'll have a look around, give us a call. We don't see humans often.
here if you need.
We're glad you just hop in. Finish with him.
Me.
Can I interest you in some blades of mace, or perhaps a racer to a ginger? I've been willing to trade if you got no coin.
If there are ghosts in the Royal Meadows, then why isn't the garrison dealing with them?
Four left for more. God, that's hopeless.
I can't do it.
But you can.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Why we fight?
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late. Anyone would think they were hiding.
Why we fight? Strange blue-eyed demons have descended upon the Royal Meadows, decimating a party of local soldiers dispatched to investigate the unwanted guests. With their captain dead, the Northreach garrison is now in disarray and the city has turned to the Dame for guidance.
We could leave.
Oh.
The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any
Madame, please!
Madame.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart. And they have provided a place for the injured.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flame was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And the back of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
With no one to defend the place. Moor's days are numbered.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first.
Meu Deus,
then me,
atacaram o Joseph.
then they were
Inaceitável.
gone.
Atacaram o
Do you remember
Joseph.
where you
Isso não, não se pode.
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
Isto aqui já virou um ataque pessoal.